Hey guys, how are you all doing? So, I know most of you have already heard about Python. It's a language that literally everybody in this world is familiar with. But I guess one of the issues is most of people who upload it don't upload it in a way that everybody understands it. So I'm trying my best to bring Python to you as layman level as possible. So with me, I have one of my good friends who is new to Python and is also willing to learn. So I'm going to approach this whole video as if I'm teaching her, so I can get the question she is asking, and hopefully the questions she asks are the questions which will be very much similar to what you guys may have in mind to ask. So you can just take yourself as her and just hope she asks the question you wish to ask. But if you have any other question to ask, feel free to leave your question in the comment section below. I would answer as much as I can, hopefully everything. But yeah, let's get into the video. So today I'm just going to quickly run the setup of Python, how to set it up in your system so you'll be able to compile it and see your output. Now, different people have multiple ways of running Python. When I was learning Python, the guy or the video I learned from, we ran it from our command prompts, but that gets very hard setting it up because you have to add Python to path and multiple things. Just there's a lot of things involved. So I found an easier way to run Python, which you have to save you from inputting the run command every single time you want to run your code. So here we just have to download two things. The first is the Python software, and the second one is PyCharm. PyCharm is a very good software. It's like an IDE for running your Python code. So it's very good. It makes compiling Python easier. And okay, if you go to my blog, I'll leave the link in the description below. You can see Python 101, the setup. That's where I have the links to download all the things you need to download to run Python. So I'm just going to click on this link here to open the Python website. That link is python.org/downloads. Then you just download the Python based on the operating system of your computer. That is this one here. This Python for Windows. So once you download it, you just set it up, follow, or just be clicking next. They already selected everything, but I advise you, they don't usually select add to path. So when you're installing it, you click add to path. So it makes it easier to just avoid any issue for as you keep getting into your programming level. Then the second one is PyCharm, which is the text editor. So that one you get from jetbrains.com/PyCharm. You just download it for your Windows. Now there are two types to download. There's community and there's the second one. The second one is paid for. So you download community. Community is free, but you can do a lot with it. That is one I'm running on. So I have already downloaded it. So I'm just going to launch the PyCharm for it. This is PyCharm community. So I'll just launch it and give you guys like a quick preview of everything about the PyCharm. Should open up. So if you are launching it for the first time, they will ask you to pick certain specifications to program the text editor to look the way you want it to look. Then there are just few things they'll just ask the first time you're running, so you just set it up. Once you set it up completely, every other time when you're running it, those things wouldn't pop up. It's just for the very first time when you're running the program. So this is it, PyCharm Community 2021.1. And I'll just allow it to start up. It takes a very long time in starting because my data is on, so it will be trying to update itself before it starts. That's why I hate running out of data. So one thing I like about this app, I don't know, are you familiar with Android Studio? Okay, Android Studio is like an IDE for Java and Kotlin. Those two are very good for app development. If you design apps for Android, although there's a new language I'm actually learning now, Flutter. You also run it on Android Studio. Flutter, you don't just design for Android, you can design for iOS and multiple. That one is the best language. Once I master it, I'll just be pro in what I'm doing. But This PyCharm is like very similar to Android Studio. I just fell in love with it once I downloaded it at first. Okay, usually when you're running Python on your command prompt, you use a run code, something like that, and you always have to add a run code at the end. I don't know if I'm mixing, because there's a part in Python where you start including things like Flask, like they call it, what they call it, a framework.
Okay.
So when you start getting advanced in Python, you start introducing those kind of things. Like, see, this tip of the day, Android Studio does it a lot. So when you start getting advanced, like there are sometimes when you want to start like designing a web page. That was the first project I did on Python, designing a web page. You need to make use of Flask, but that one is for when you get advanced. Alright, so this is the IDE. Basically, this is your file. This is just things that I have never used, and I've been using programming on this stuff for some time. Although this run here, when you want to run your program, you just come to run main. This run main can be the name of the program you last ran. But if you want to run a new program, you just click on run, then it will show you a list of all your programs available for you to run. But I don't really have much programs available. But you see, this tic-tac-toe is one I ran before. It will just show you all the list of you're seeing it's blank because you cannot find it now. But when you run a code, or when there are Python codes available, Python files or modules available for you to run, everything will appear here, and you just click the one you want to run. I want to run the program on my screen now is a program to teach you how to import a module.
Okay.
Modules in Python, they have multiple modules. I'm going to get into that later on in another video. But you use import to link your current file to another one. So we're importing math. Math is it's an inbuilt module. It came with the Python file. That Python file we downloaded, it comes with it. Then we introduce while, which is like a condition kind of statement. I'll get into that later. I'm just showing you like about it. One thing about Python, other programming languages, when anytime you want to end a line, you're always making use of this semicolon. So you hardly ever use it in Python, just in few words. You don't have to use it for every line. You can just end the line like that. Then we created what do you call these stuff? Variables. Assigned the variables. We accepted inputs and we printed. So this is just a basic program, no matter the programming language you're running. So this is it. Please enter a number, let's say 8. Then it will check if why I did the program, why I introduced while. So it will check if 8 is an integer or a float. Those are data types. Then it will multiply it by pi, which I got from this math module which I imported. So if I remove this import math, it's going to show an error because pi doesn't exist. Let me just remove that and show you what I'm talking about. So you just have an idea of everything I'm doing. I'm just briefing you on it. I'm going to get into it later. So see, input a number, let me input 8. Yes, it's going to show an error because I didn't import math. Okay, so I'm just going to put that back. So yeah, that's basically everything you need to know for setting up Python. It's very brief. Python doesn't involve much. And yeah, I know most of you know our company as mobile programmers, so you'll be expecting us to teach how to also run Python on your phone. I've been trying it. I haven't exactly gotten it yet, but I'll keep researching. Once I find out something about that, I would get back to you guys. But as for now, that is all. And thank you guys for watching. So let me record the second video now.
This was video in